Hello everyone. Today we are going to control an LED with the help of Arduino Uno board. So are you all excited for tinkering? Let's start. The components required for this circuit are the Arduino Uno microcontroller board, a 9-volt battery with battery cap, a half breadboard, a 1 kilo ohms resistor, some LEDs, and some jumper cables. So now we are going to connect our Arduino to our laptop. So now we are going to type code for our circuit. We are going to type code for our circuit on Arduino IDE software. So this is how our Arduino IDE software looks like. As you can see, there are two sections in our Arduino IDE software. The first one is void setup. The code which we want to run only once, we put that in void setup. The second one is void loop. The code which we want to run repeatedly, we put that in void loop. So now let's start typing the code. We are going to use some inbuilt functions for typing our code in the Arduino IDE software. The first function which we are going to use is pin mode. As Arduino IDE software is case sensitive, you have to write the code in same manner as I am writing. Pin mode is a function that is used to define the pin number and the mode of the devices which we are connecting to Arduino. After writing pin mode, we have to put two small brackets, and inside those brackets we have to write the pin number. I'm going to use pin number 2, so I'm writing pin number 2 and then put a comma, and then after that you have to write the mode of the device which you are connecting to the Arduino. As LED is an output, or you can say is an actuator, I'm going to type here output in capital letters, and after that put a semicolon. So this line will help the Arduino to recognize that at pin number 2 an LED is connected, which is an output. So now let's come to void loop. The second inbuilt function which we are going to use is digital write. Digital write is a function that sends signal to the defined digital pin of the Arduino. It sends two types of signals. One is high and another is low. High gives 5 volt to the pin and low gives 0 volt to the pin. So after writing digital write, you have to put two brackets, and inside those brackets you have to write the pin number. I am using pin number 2, so I have written pin number 2, and then after that we have to write whether we want to give it this high signal or low signal. I am going to give it high signal, so I am typing here high in capital letters, and then put a semicolon. So this line will help us to give high signal to our LED, and after that we want to see that the LED is glowing. So we are going to give a pause to this line. To give a pause to this line, we are going to use another inbuilt function which is delay. Delay is used to give a pause to a program statement so that we can see that the code is executing perfectly. After writing delay, you have to put two small brackets, and then inside those brackets you have to write the time, for what time you want to give a pause. You have to write the time in milliseconds value, because the Arduino IDE software accepts the time and understands it in milliseconds only. I am typing here 1000 milliseconds. As 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second, our LED is going to glow for 1 second. And after that, put a semicolon. So now the next line which we are going to write is digital write again. So now we are going to give a low signal to our LED. So for that we are going to type digital write, and then again we are going to put two small brackets, and then inside that write the pin number, and now instead of high we are going to type low. So this will give 0 volt to the LED, and thus the LED will be off. So now again we want to give a pause so that we can see that the LED is off. We are going to again give a pause of 1 second, which is 1000 millisecond. So we are going to type the same command again. So this code in the void loop will help us to glow the LED for 1 second and then off the LED for 1 second. So this is all about the code. So now we are going to upload the code into our Arduino. So for that, take the programming cable which we are going to so that we can upload the code into the Arduino. So I have connected my board to Arduino, and now here above you can see five sections are given: file, edit, sketch and tools. So first we are going to save this code. So I'm going to click on this save button, and I'm going to save it to my location where I wanted to save, and after that I'm going to type a name for my program. I'm giving it name LED blink, and then save. Now we are going to upload the code into the Arduino Uno board. So before uploading the code, click on tools and select the board, and in the board select Arduino Uno. Make sure that Arduino Uno is selected, and then below it you will see port, and you have to select the port to which you have connected your Arduino Uno board. I have connected it on COM4. So now first we are going to compile our code so that we can check that the code does not have some errors. So here you can see a tick button. You have to click on this button to verify the code. As you can see here, the code is verified. And as you can see, the code is verified and compiled. So that means that our code does not have any error. So now at the side of the verify button you will see upload button. So now we are finally going to upload our code into the Arduino. So click on upload, and now as you can see it is uploading. And as you can see, the uploading has done. So this was all about the code. So now it's time to make the circuit connections. First, take the half breadboard, and then you have to take one LED. As you can see, there are two pins of the LED. The longer one is the positive terminal, and the shorter one is the negative terminal. Now we are going to connect the LED to the breadboard. And then you have to take the 1 kilo ohm resistor and connect the one end of the resistor to the positive terminal of the LED, and the other one to another side of the breadboard. Now you have to take jumper, two jumper cables and the Arduino Uno board. Take the another end of the resistor and connect it to the digital pin of Arduino. I have used digital pin number 2, so I am connecting it to digital pin 2 of Arduino. And now take the second wire and connect it to the GND ground pin of Arduino. And now you have to take the battery and the battery cap and connect it to the Arduino Uno board. And now the circuit is complete. And as you can see, the code is working. The LED is blinking for 1 second and then it's off for 1 second. So now we are going to have some fun with the colors of the LEDs. Before making any changes to the circuit, disconnect the power. And now you can choose any color of the LED you want. I am choosing yellow. Now let's connect the power to it. And as you can see, the yellow color LED is also glowing. Now I'm going to take the blue color. And as you can see, the blue color LED is also glowing. You can't discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose the sight of the shore. I hope you all have learned something new. For next tutorial, stay tuned and happy learning.